Need more light in here or else you won't be able to see Matt Black. Yeah, yes. Hello guys, hello. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropean. In today's live video, we're going to discuss, oh my goodness. Scheiße. I have the light there and it fell over, believe it or not. Hello and like I said, hello, welcome. I'm sorry this one is a bit ad hoc, but there were some things I wanted to get off my mind. I am at this moment, I was working. Hence the reason why we're here. I'm not normally here. Normally I'm in the office, but I just did not have the time to set up the office and everything now. What's up? What's going on? Just, oh, dear, you're gonna pull everything out. Give me a second, sorry about that. So, at this moment, yeah, I am doing so much. I've got to send out a few proposals and a few emails and a few brochures for people who have been requesting information about oversight. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got like, I've got to show you, like surrounded by I don't want to see I didn't want to show you what was on the email there, but I got surrounded by laptops and phones and devices, and doing everything in my power to work through this so that people have their information by the end of play today. And I've been working through it, guys, since I've been back from vacation. Hasn't been easy, but it's good to be back, and I'm happy to get this to them, and they'll get this today. Okay, guys, so if you're waiting for any information over oversight, you will get it tonight, all right? Without fail. So, in today's video, what I really wanted to discuss was, I wanted to discuss the videos which were being made by Blaxit and the Shauntay and Pheonyx. And I wanted to speak about, I just wanted to react to them, really, because, well, I wanted to give you my opinion on it. I'm guessing you value my opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion on those videos. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm going to tell you why I think they are making these videos. I'm going to tell you what I think the impact is going to be. And I'm going to give you my opinion on the relationship between Pheonyx and Shauntay. And actually the Pheonyx between Shauntay and Blaxit and Pheonyx and Blaxit. First, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and blah blah blah. Right? You know the spiel, right? So let's get on with this. So what is it I'm talking about? So there has been a series of videos that have been made by Blaxit, by the Blaxit camp. Juliet and her husband have been speaking about, specifically about Quasi Boyd, right? This is who they have been speaking about specifically, Quasi Boyd. And it's a bit of a surprise to us all, right? What I found surprising about it was that she mentioned his name, even though they're supposed to be going to court. And when you start mentioning names, you start talking about people, and she knew what she was doing. Juliet, I'm talking about. She started talking about Quasi specifically, She didn't seem to really be too afraid of talking about Crazy Boyd. It was like she was trying to make a point. So, you had that, and then you had Juliet's husband come out and call out Crazy Boyd, let him know how disrespectful he was acting, but you could still see that Juliet's husband is a really good guy, right? He's a very what do you call it, diplomatic type of man, right? He didn't start swearing. He kept his composure, very articulate as well, and he still called out Crazy and told him to stop. Hello, Sherry. Hello. To stop being disrespectful. That was the main thing that he was asking him to do. Stop all the games. I'm not quite sure what they were talking about or what he was talking about. Is there something else going on? Because I took a look at Crazy Boyd's videos and they didn't seem to really be focused on they didn't really seem to be focused on the Blaxit camp at all. In fact, I haven't really heard Crazy Boyd say anything too disrespectful about Adrian. So I'm not quite sure I'm not quite sure what he was saying or why he was saying it. But he said what he said, right? He told Crazy Boyd to stop being disrespectful. Hello, Trey. Hello. Welcome. Hope you guys can continue to see me because this light is getting bad, right? So that was the case. And where are we? It was really surprising to see Shauntay and Pheonyx. Now, without sounding too pedantic, I don't want to be too pedantic about their body language, but you could tell by their body language in the video that they weren't happy or comfortable being in that situation, being there. They didn't seem to be comfortable with one another because they didn't really speak. Rub my temples. Why would I do that for? Anyway, they didn't seem to speak to one another directly that much throughout this entire interview. Now, I've got to say this. During this whole, the first video was more about Blaxit. Blaxit was talking and Adrian was talking. And they know how to talk, right? So they were speaking for quite a long time, perhaps too long. I think that they can talk without, they can get to the punchline, they can really get to what they are trying to say, spit it out, just tell people. I reckon they could do that a little better and it would have more of an impact on people. They don't seem to do that. They seem to sort of go on and on and on. And I think the speech that both Adrian and Juliet gave took up maybe 80% of the first video, perhaps even more. And I didn't watch the entirety of it. I skipped forwards a bit because they're just oh dear. they could get along with it. They could get on with it. Stop repeating themselves like what I do. I know I've been doing that. I've been doing it right now, haven't I? Good morning. Hello, Rosie. Hello. They did seem really off. They didn't seem happy with each other. You can see that in their body language, right? You can see that in their body language. Not only that, but they didn't really look at each other as well, So you could tell that between Shauntay and Pheonyx, there is perhaps still some animosity. I can tell that it was still there in the air. You could see it. I don't know why they were fighting in the first place. you know. But you know, you can see both of them. They're quite headstrong, right? They're not really malleable types of people, you know. Once they've sort of think one certain way, they don't tend to veer off or change the way they think. And then once they think they are right, they think they are right, and everything else is. That's the type of people. Perhaps more Pheonyx than Shauntay. Perhaps more Pheonyx than Shauntay is that are those types of people that she's the kind of, you know. I think she's from the tri-state area, right? I might be wrong. Is she from New York? Maybe not. I can't remember. But you could tell that they weren't happy with one another still. There's still something in the air. And I think a combination of that, well, actually, I'm going to get to this, BR. I'm going to get to this. It was pointless. That was what I was going to finish with, actually. I think the two videos that I've brought out up to now have been pointless. I think I've watched 5 minutes out of both. And they don't seem to be... I think the whole point of making the video was to show that they have some sort of, you know, that they're working with one another. I think that was it. That is it. And nothing, there was going to be nothing else that was going to come out of it. If it's going to court, I mean, what are they going to do? They can't really, you know, sit down and start talking about Crazy Boyd and perhaps say the wrong things which he could use in court against them. That can happen. So I don't think they were trying to do that. I think they were honestly, oh God, I think they were honestly trying to, I think they were trying to scare Crazy Boyd, which I don't think they did. I don't think you can scare Crazy Boyd in that sort of a way. Sorry, Ebony. Pheonyx and Shauntay couldn't even sit next to one another. Yeah, there you go. And did you see how far away they were sitting from one another? Opposite ends, and they still couldn't lock eyes. And when you was watching the video, you could see they were just sort of, you know, that there at no point were they, you know, referring to one another. You know, I mean, they did at some point, you know, but it wasn't solid. It was more between them and Blaxit, right? There was a few jokes, but there was no way that there was, you know, that there was some camaraderie between those two. Give me a second, guys, because I've got to sort this bloody light out. It's terrible. That's a little better. There you go. See me a little bit. Oh my God, I hate that light. There had to be deers in the head. They did look that way, didn't they? They didn't seem comfortable. It was like it wasn't even planned. It was almost as if, oh, no, we're just chatting at this moment, BB. We're just chatting at this moment about the way this was all set up. It seemed a little bit, you know, as if Blaxit came in one night, Juliet came in one night and just said, oh, do you know what? Call up Shauntay, call them two and tell them to come down tonight and we'll have a blah, blah, blah. You know, they didn't seem to come in and have a plan ready where they were going to be firing from one another. You say that, I say that, you come in afterwards, and then afterwards we'll all, you know, all look at the camera and, you know, give the body language like Look into the camera, look into the screen. You know Quasi's going to be watching it. Look at him. You know, have a little half smirk on your face as if we've got you, we're coming. None of that has happened up until now. In the first two videos, they looked very uncomfortable, you know, and I haven't seen Quasi release another video. Yeah, it was contrived out of nowhere, Gambian sinners. It was just like, yeah, do you know what? No planning, just nothing. It was weak at best. Kind of pathetic, because they were just kind of, I don't know, it just seemed, something tells me that it should have been, Shauntay perhaps should have just gone it alone. Because Shauntay herself, the way she was acting, she wasn't acting like the type of person that she always acts like. She seemed like a bit of a live wire. And live wires, when you don't know what a person is going to do, that's the scariest part, right? When you know what Blaxit's going to do. You know Blaxit's going to cease and desist and blah, blah, blah. And that's not going to do anything to you. It's not going to change Quasi Boyd at all. He's going to continue marching on, doing whatever he's going to do. But Shauntay was, I mean, you know, the reward, I mean, that's a clear intention that she is going after him without, oh God, what is this? Sorry. She is going after him, no ifs, ands or buts. But now that she's with this group, especially Pheonyx as well, you know, where they're just going to slug it out in court, and it's going to be long and contrived, and they don't really have any other, you know, they don't really have anything up their sleeves, you know. They sort of put, why would you even go onto the camera for? Why even do it? What's your, you know, other than to try and scare him, which you couldn't have by doing that, why would you go on camera? What other good would it have done? The only thing it did is it communicated to Quasi Boyd that something is in the planning. Which means now that Quasi Boyd can try and add some armor to himself, you know, or he can act himself now. He can go after them. He could do something now, you know, or he can send his boys to do something. You don't know. You don't know. I know that they're trying to show a strong front, but that isn't the way to do it, Rosie. The way to do it is to go on there and to plan something. Plan it in a way in which when you go onto the screen, you look like a formidable enemy, like somebody that, oh, damn, I shouldn't have messed with these guys. Here we go. And, you know, you want Quasi Boyd to start asking questions about what is going on. You want him to have some sort of fear inside him. You ain't going to fear well, not what I saw anyway. Juliet is just messy. I thought that was poor taste for the type of business. Yeah, I did. I thought so too. I thought so too. You know, she's, with this video, she's trying to sort of mingle with other people who can make these videos, you know, who can make videos and talk bad about her, say nasty things about her, you know, perhaps even incriminate her, you know. She has done everything in her power to try and defend herself. But I'm trying to think why they would make this video if you weren't going to really plan it properly. And this has a lot to do, this has actually something to do with the way she runs her business as well. I know you guys, you're going to be like, oh, well, you know. What about you? Well, I'm really, really busy as well, myself. Wait a minute, what's going on? Give me a second. Hope you guys can still hear me. So anyway, Juliet sounds like she is this type of person that sort of is battle hardened and is organized and knows what to do. But in that video, it showed me that perhaps she's not as organized as she makes out. You know, up until now, there's going to be a third video. I'd be surprised if they actually released it, if it didn't answer the queries that I'm asking now, if it doesn't make them look better. Think about it. If it does all the things that I've just said in the last two videos, that if it just makes them look weak and assuming and gullible and predictable, if it's going to do all that, then what's the point in releasing it? Just keep it. Do what you got to do, but keep it underground. Don't run around telling everybody what you're going to do. Hello, Tanya. You know, don't do that. Keep it to yourself. The thing that people look out for the most, your enemies look out for, is when they don't know what you're planning to do. Right? Just for fun, perhaps. I bet Gambia has changed for the worse with some of these individuals. I don't see it's going to make things any better. I don't think it's going to make things any better. Those types of people, I should say. But, you know, on this channel, we talk a lot about the negative side. This is just the nature of this channel. I'm sorry, you know. We do talk a lot about the negative side, but there are, and I have to repeat this, there are a lot of good people who have gone back to the Gambia, who are living their lives, who are living virtuous, successful, you know, bountiful lives. They have done that. And they're doing well. The Arrival, look at The Arrival. So yeah, The Arrival is just one person who have just managed to put their things on YouTube, but there is a whole army of people just like The Arrival who have come in from the United States mostly, and who are living virtuous lives in the Gambia. And it's just a shame that, you know, as a parent, I know, you know, when you do your good deeds, it rarely gets spoken about. But when you do something, when you mess up, you know, it's bombs and fireworks and stuff, everybody talks about it. That's just the way it is. You think? Why would you say that, Bobness? About Happy Companion? It'd be interesting to hear your take on the Happy Companion. I don't think he's that bad. I think the Happy Companion is. I think he's being led by a lot of people who are not really good people, but I think he's innocent for the most part. You know, I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think so, David. I'm here. Sorry. They are uniting against Crazy Boyd. Why is that a bad thing? I don't know if you've just came in, T. Kelly, but the videos are not convincing. They're not convincing anyone that they are going to be a viable enemy against Crazy Boyd. Crazy Boyd is not at home quivering in his boots, watching Shauntay and Pheonyx not even being able to look at each other in the eye, sitting on opposite ends of the screen. That wouldn't fill me with fear. That's going to make me think, yeah, these two, they're still fractured. Brilliant. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if they'd have come onto the video and said, you know, just like, yeah, so, you know, and not told people about what they're going to do, but made inferences, you know. So there are going to be really crazy times ahead, and things are not going to go well for people who have attacked us as a group. We are now coming together, and together we're stronger, and we're going to be able to share our resources with one another, use our networks together, and nothing will be able to break us down, and we're going to speak, well, you know, and just have Shauntay and Pheonyx just like, you know, and just, I don't know, just play it out, you know, to make it at least seem as if they are a very strong, united team who are going to be absolutely committed towards getting their own back on Crazy Boyd. It didn't seem that way. It was the opposite. Crazy Boyd is going to be emboldened by what he has seen on this video. I'm sure. I think Juliet tends to talk ad hoc, right? There was no plan. I didn't even see the video. You're speaking off turn. I have too much going on with life. I hope you're okay there, Tanya. Interesting, Shauntay. Critical nurse ready. Interesting. Shauntay showed up on Juliet's platform but couldn't come on your show to explain her situation. But later she gives you that voicemail. Yeah. I didn't really ask her to come on to the show. But I remember quite some time back, right? I did ask her to come on, I think, and she wasn't happy with that. But I think with Juliet being on the ground and her having a reasonably large network and some pals at the police station in Banjul, I think that has given, they sort of used that as leverage to get Shauntay and Pheonyx on board with them to do something. So all that was fabricated, or what was fabricated? What the video? No, it wasn't. That's the whole thing. It wasn't fabricated. It was just 4 people that came on the video and just started talking, because the only thing they thought the video would be good for, which in my view must be it, because nothing that was being said in the video hit home. Nothing. It was just Juliet talking a lot, saying a lot of the things that we've heard before a million times. Just come on, you know. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching the video, and I'm waiting for Shauntay and Pheonyx to start really, you know, to light the fire. Yeah, you know, this hit home to me. This hurt me so much. I will I will dedicate myself, even if it means, you know, me bringing danger onto myself. So be it. You know, just fighting words that people are going to listen to. Be like, yo. And if I'm her enemy and I'm listening to her speak like that, I'm gonna be like, okay, I got to be really careful here. I can't really do anything. I can't do anything dodgy to her, right? There's too much evidence against me now. You know, if I was her enemy. When you start asking questions about what you're doing, that's when you know your enemy's, you know, the talk, the speeches and everything. It's having an effect when it changes you. But these videos didn't change Crazy Boyd at all. They didn't change Crazy Boyd and what he's going to do. Okay? Yes, too many. And the thing is that she can talk. But, you know, there's a way of talking in a way in which you don't have to talk for long periods of time. So what she does is she doesn't come out and talk in a way where she uses sound bites that will hit home, where she doesn't need to continue the talk pattern. She'll say something and then just carry on, say something and then carry on. And by the time she's come to the end of her speech, you're waiting for her to stop. So you kind of forget what she said. So it hasn't really had an impact with you. And you're like, man, come on. So she could have spoken for 5 minutes and said the things that she said in 5 minutes, and then Adrian could have given himself 5 minutes, and then they could have really started asking open questions to Shauntay and Pheonyx and told them to be a little bit careful as this is going to court. Just ask those questions, bring it out, you know, and just let it flow out of them. Let them talk, let them give them their sides. We don't want to, no offense to Juliet or to Adrian, we've heard enough from them. We wanted to hear from Shauntay and especially from Pheonyx. She barely spoke in those 2 videos. I don't even think she spoke in the first video at all. And it was like half an hour long, maybe longer. It was longer, wasn't it? It was like 50 minutes long. So it was just gibberish, absolute gibberish. Then it's like, come on. And it's they can do better. They can do better. They should do better. And if they are planning on releasing a 3rd video, they will need to do better. Juliet controlled the scene, yeah, but it's one thing controlling the scene, and it's another thing to when Juliet is not allowing the conversation to, you know, to develop with other people that are in the conversation. You know, it wasn't an organic, you know, fire being started. It was it's just ranting. There was no planning involved in these videos. So I don't have it'll tell you, and it'll definitely tell Crazy Boyd, that there's no planning, that they don't have any plans against Crazy Boyd. They don't have any plans. And Shauntay was doing well, actually, up until now. She's doing well by herself. I'm hoping that they will get something from it, and what I hope Shauntay will get from it is perhaps a little peace of mind, knowing that she has other people around her that will you know, help her, protect her, you know, a place where she can go to. I'm hoping that is going to be more the case now. And that Pheonyx, you know what Pheonyx is like. She will talk the talk, but rarely will she walk the walk. She has a lot of, you know, this fighting talk inside her, but you rarely, I haven't seen her do anything other than this, you know, this threatening talk. And when you threaten, when you say a lot of threats, but you don't follow them through with anything, it's a lot like, you know, the boy who cried wolf. People are not going to, it's not going to have the impact with people like it should when you actually do have something. And that's the problem with Pheonyx. She's not she's not firing on all cylinders at this moment, and no one believes I mean, I don't even think she believes in herself. The way she looked in that video, it doesn't look like she believed in herself. It looked like she was about to start crying. Do you know when she does that face? You know, it looked like she was about to start crying. It didn't look like a strong, you know, explosive riot, you know. And that is sad. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna check. I have enough in my... Seems this drama in the Gambia is a vacuum. There is an African-American family celebrity that lives there and been there for years, doing great. Heard of the group The Boys in the 90s. The Boys, R&B group. I think so. I know, there were quite a few groups back in them times. The Boys was not that popular. Were they on MTV? I know that soul was pushed on MTV during the 90s. I don't see much substance or grit from Pheonyx. All talk, no bite. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from Pheonyx as well. It sounds as if she has all that talk, but if you just touch her, she'll crack. and crumble to a million pieces. That's Pheonyx reign. She's been there for quite some time now, but you haven't really seen anything. They've been reactive, haven't they? They've been reactive. We've seen that Shauntay has been doing things. Clearly, Shauntay has been working. Crazy Boyd has been going to the police station, and it's been all over the things that have been happening in the Gambia with Art Cathy last year. So things are moving forward, but they still seem like they are reacting, and Crazy Boyd is always one step forward. Let's have a look. I'm gonna bet $50 that you don't even own a passport. Oh, Roti Rose, that wasn't to me. Okay, be nice to each other, guys. What do you mean, Bob? Oh, sorry. This is partly because these are single women with no men to speak of, in conflict with a man. No woman wants to be in conflict with a man, partly because it requires her masculine side. Not desirable. That's a whoa. Let's have a look. Eden evolution. Unprotected women are not going to flourish in the middle of a conflict with a wayward masculine presence who has predatory tendencies. So do you not give them any hope, Eden? Do you not think that, they can do something together? What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? Shauntay had she had the element of surprise. She was a live wire. She'd just been broken into. Her life had been shattered, and she was absolutely in bits. She was going to go back to America and all this, and then, whap! You could just see her. It was almost as if she had no. She didn't care about what happened to her. That was a beautiful thing to see. I thought, well, wow, she's going to go after them. And that is something that you're going to be a little bit, you're going to fear, you're going to respect that, and you're going to be like, I'm going to have to do something. What can I do? Crazy Boyd isn't going to do anything crazy to her. But it doesn't cost a lot of money to send a couple of guys around her house, start banging on their doors. It doesn't cost a lot. You could pay guys in the Gambia, you could pay them $20, $30 each. Go to her door, bang on it a few times, try and kick it in and then leave. You could do that. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. She isn't going to be physically hurt, so the police aren't even going to care. He could easily scare them away if he wanted to. But I think he's not willing to do that with Shauntay because he is now going to be afraid of the way she will react because of the way she's reacted up until now about the breaking. He's afraid of that. He fears that. He respects it. He's like, oh my gosh, So that's my opinion on the way things are going there. What can they do to change it? They're not going to make another video if the next video is going to come out and it's just going to be Blaxit talking 90% through all of it with a few sentences from Pheonyx and from Shauntay, and that's it. It's just going to annoy people. It's going to annoy people. So unless they come out with something substantial where they don't even have to make a personal threat just towards Quasi, they need to do something substantial. It's going to make people say, wow, they are going after him. Do you realize how hard it is to be a black woman? We have to be strong 24/7 all year. It depends who you are, where you are. That's not always the case, especially in the United States of America. Guys, I'm sorry, but in the United States of America, you have your the you have a lot of families. Most African American families are together, right? Most of them are together. Most of them are strong. Um, what do you call it? What's the word? My English is going crap now that I'm living in a German-speaking country. Um, the constitutions. There you go. They have strong constitutions in their families. You know. Um, they've brought a lot of that over from their African heritage, right? They don't think they have. They still think a lot of African Americans believe that they've sort of grown everything themselves, but a lot of what they have got, they have simply got from their own heritage, from their own history, from their own backgrounds, you know, from their origins. We're all the same, you know. So yeah, Tammy, you're here. Sorry. The black woman is the toughest in America. Yeah, but we got to be careful here as well, right? Period, married or not. We are. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with it. I'm just saying that I think you can give the black American man some. You got to give him some respect, right? For no, and we can't generalize because we know there's a lot of a-holes in America, black American men who are a-holes. Like a lot of men, period. Doesn't matter what color or creed they are from. A lot of men in the United States of America, all over the world, are a-holes. Women are strong all over. Yeah, but the unique situations and the nuances of being a black woman in the United States of America is not something that I can't even think about it. I can't. You have some good men over there. Yeah, I wanted to do my daughter. I wanted to send my daughters to Morehouse or one of the historically black colleges or universities. I would want to do that. Go to university here in London or something. Now, don't get me wrong, I would just love, because in the United States of America, you have those constitutions, and where you have those strong constitutions and the kids are brought up well in those black households in the United States of America and they go to the right universities, that's who you want your kids to be hanging around with, right? You don't want them hanging around with, I don't know, Zach. Not like they would. Coming off the subject a bit, but yeah. So, I can't even remember where I was. I'm going to go back to Quasi and stuff. What you guys are talking about. Morehouse. Yeah. The high tables is who you want your kids around. Yeah, the high table. Who are the high tables? I don't know. Listen, I do. I want my kids to hang around, preferably with people who look like them, and preferably in an environment where the people are good people who have futures, who care about themselves, care about their futures, who are going to be successful. And where else is it better? Is there a better place to look on this planet for people that look like us? I mean, there are a few places. Okay, it's not just the United States of America in those universities. There are a lot of really good universities in places like Nigeria. Although they have had a problem in Nigeria, haven't they, with the professors, sex for grades, that type of thing. 6 for grades, I should say. No, that'll be demonetized now. Bugger. They do have that problem in Nigeria. So, but they don't tend to have those types of problems. And the professors that go to who teach at these universities are normally top notch. They're the best, really. And they look like us too. Who wouldn't want that? Tammy, really? You moving to Nigeria? What part? Are you going to move to Lagos? Abuja? Are you going to go to a smaller town? There isn't many outposts there for, diasporans in general in Nigeria. You don't hear of huge repack communities. Oh, Lagos, nice. You don't hear of these huge communities going to Nigeria because I think a lot of the repats are too afraid to go to Nigeria. They think it's just going to be a cesspool of crime and, danger and death and destruction. Yeah, exactly. That's the infrastructure in large cities like Lagos. It's very, very good, especially if you've got everything right. I don't want to move to Africa and have to wash outside. No way. And no way should you be doing that in Africa anyway, right? It's not like they don't have that. They don't have beautiful houses over there. They're like half the prices of the ones over here. So why would you go there with the expectation, oh yeah, this is Africa, come on man, this is bad. Of course you're gonna struggle. It's just Africa, it's Africa. All that is, it's total bollocks. Total. I'm not going to Africa I'm expecting to live a better life than the one I lived in Europe. And I should expect that. No, it's not going to be easy, right? It's not going to be easy. It wasn't easy here in Europe either. It wasn't easy over here. But it's going to be different. It's going to be a different kind of different when you move over there, right? And so I did hear Shauntay speak about that as well. Because Kwesi Boyd sort of, said something like that, to Shauntay. He said to her, oh, well, you expecting warm water? What? Warm water here? Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you expect heated water? Why wouldn't you expect Wi-Fi internet? Why wouldn't you expect a proper facilities, kitchen and, induction hubs? They manufacture in some parts of Africa, they manufacture that type of stuff. Why would you not expect it in an African country? Why would you not expect it in the Gambia? No, I have a feeling that a lot of these people, like Kwesi Boyd, are giving a false picture of what Africa is really like. In order to put himself in a position where he doesn't have to spend so much and invest so much into the buildings that he was supposed to be renting out and that type of thing, right? I have a feeling that was the case, and it didn't get to that. So, guys, I'm just let you know, I'm not gonna go over an hour with this, okay? Setting up a business in African country is very tricky because you have to vet a lot of people. You'll be surprised how many frauds you'll come across who are practicing their area illegally. Well, that's exactly why oversight is there for. That is exactly why oversight was supposed to be there so they can watch over your back, so that you can stroll into a house and do your business talk, you know, talk your business with a potential, you know, with an enterprise owner, and you can speak about buying that enterprise and have a bit of, you know, confidence that you're going to come out winning from it. That's what it's there for. It's there to be an extra set of eyes, so you're not going in blind. Before you even come over to Africa, you have somebody there running around doing the homework first, you know, giving you real-time info, you know. It's supposed to put you into pole position. So, yeah, there is a... Who's this? Go back... That's not... Oh, go back to Africa. I thought that was go back to Africa. 2 more kids left and we are out of here. Oh, really? Brilliant. They don't want to leave the United States, I'm guessing. Has anybody else got that situation where they want to move to Africa, but they got their kids? I know Tanya was in that situation at one point, but her kids have sort of said, come on then, we'll go with you. That's good. I appreciate that a lot about Eastern African countries. You just can't let everyone in the country will cause chaos and drama. We see what's happening in the Gambia at critical... Yeah, that's very true. Be grateful. Do you think Blaxit told on herself when she said it's not a kiss and tell type of program when referring to Kwesi? Why would she be telling on herself? Are you saying that she perhaps knew something, something which was a type of criminal activity that Kwesi was doing, and sort of tried to offload the blame onto Kwesi himself? Is that what you're inferring to? Oh my God, did I just say that out loud? Born Africa, you pretend your accent is... Why are you born Africa and you pretend your accent is British? My accent is not a pretend accent, actually. It's real, unfortunately. Sorry. That's even worse, isn't it, when you're not pretending? I really speak like this. It's like... Sorry, guys. Anyway, so guys, yeah, let's come to an agreement. Let's come to some... Let's bring this to an end. Because I've really got to get this work out. I've got to get these emails out to these people. Thank you very much, CM. It's not that bad, is it? Try to be clear. You guys understand me, I hope. Anyway, so that's my opinion on whatever is happening now over there with Blaxit, with Shauntay, with Pheonyx. I don't think they've done anything good in the first 2 videos. I don't think that they should release a 3rd video if they don't re-edit it to at least make them look like they are firing on all cylinders and that they all... I wasn't born in Africa. I don't know where they got that from. I'm sorry. So yeah, if they need to come out with more of that, they need to either re-edit it or they need to make a new video to make it look like it's... to make it at least do the job that they were supposed to do. If their job was just to show Kwesi that, hey, we're working with one another, that's fine. I don't know why you would do that. You didn't scare him. And all you have done is you've given him information that he didn't know before. Brilliant. Not really good. You're supposed to always, in this situation, you should always play with your cards close to your chest. You shouldn't be running around on YouTube, putting out videos and telling everybody what you're planning to do next. Why would you do that for? Anyway, so guys, I'm going to leave it there. It is a proper Brummie accent, isn't it? Oh. Lots of laughs. You're born in the UK. Shame on you! It's actually what makes your commentary more exciting. Thank you. Thank you. It is a little bit more humorous this way. But guys, I've really got to go. I've got to get this work done, guys. I've got to get this work done. Nicole, tell us about the NBA. Come on. I don't really have the time now, but tell us about a little bit about the NBA. Tell us about Tanzania. What's going on there? Tell us about what's happening in Tanzania with gosh. Tell us about this guy. What's his name again? Alan something. The guy who used to be part owner of the BBB. What is it? The Big Baller, but whatever it's called, silly brand made up by that family. Anyway, let us know. Let us know in the comment section anyway, because I've got to go. I got the work to do. So guys, thank you for watching. Right, I will be going live tomorrow again. So thank you for watching. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Until the next time, guys, please think twice. Ta-ra a bit. Ta-ra, guys. Your husband is from Benin State in wow. Lot of gangsters from Benin State. You know that, right, Tammy? A lot of gangsters from there. Most of the gangsters in Nigeria, actually, but they're not in Nigeria now, are they? They're in Singapore and China and Italy. Boy, we could learn something from. I mean, I don't think it's good that they are criminals, you know, and they're doing criminal things, but we could learn something from them, because I don't know what it is about those Nigerians, but they just travel abroad and they just do whatever they do. I've got to go. Goodness, too much to tell right now, but Alan had valid point. Oh, really? Nicole, email me. Email me. Come on, I'd love for you to do an interview. I really want to hear more about the basketball over there. No, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Email me. I'm actually proud of my husband's new business venture, completely separate from... Oh, really? What's he doing, Tanya? Oh, put it in that section. I've got to go. Do you know what? Maybe I'll just turn off my camera. I think I'm gonna turn off my camera and then... Okay, thank you. Take care, guys.